Hello everybody, I am Dhaval Chawda from ICT Department. Today we are going to talk with Abhay Nathvani, who got recently placed at FinTech Global Center as a software developer engineer, as well as he was the convener of Competitive Programming Club, Campus Executive Officer at 10X Club from ICT Department, Marwadi University. We are glad to have you here. How are you, Mr. Abhay?
I'm doing great actually.
So, as you are from diploma, right? You are in D2D. So, first tell us about diploma and then we will go to degree.
Yeah, so during my diploma, so I took admission in 2020, which was when the lockdown and everything happened. So initially, my first 2 semesters were mostly online. We had to come give exams for SEM 1. SEM 2, it was entirely online. In SEM 3, when college reopened, we had an option for hybrid mode. So we can come to college, we can attend online. During that time, even the club activities had started. So clubs like Competitive Programming Club, Circuitology Club, initially at that DS Club, initially at that stage they had started to do certain events. So there were certain events where we had to attend on Saturdays. So those were the kind of events I had initially started during my SEM 3. And then during SEM 4, it was during SEM 4 it was exploring hardware and software altogether. After that, during SEM 5 is where we got our electives. I started to get involved into hackathons and really got to get interest in hardware as well as software. In one semester 1 to 4, it was just mainly exploring and getting to know things. But in SEM 5, when we had the option to choose elective, I went with game development. That's where I had also explored game development as well as hackathons. I participated with my seniors. That's where I won the hackathon. Okay. We were placed second. And that's the entire journey. During my last semester, it was actually we had option to choose for internship or semester project. Because I had started with my game development, I further explored AR VR, metaverse at that during that internship period. So I have explored a lot during my diploma journey. It was hardware, software, everything that I could, I tried.
Okay, so the best thing of diploma was you get to explore various things. So what about in BTech? You came in degree.
Yeah, so I think this is a lot of people who have done 11th, 12th, right? I have heard a lot from them as well. So my classmate would tell me, Abhay, you have explored so many things, you know everything in every domain. It might be due to part because of diploma, I had time to explore new things. So during BTech it was mostly implementing over what I had explored. So if I talk about during my SEM 3, there is no networking as a subject during SEM 3, but because I had explored networking during my diploma, I was able to go over and build a Unity project that had networking concepts for my DMGT subject, which was discrete maths and graph theory. So that is something which usually people wouldn't think about at that point in time, because it is just a lack of knowledge at that point.
Well, great. And we have heard about examination, especially in ICT. We don't have that traditional exam of, go and read the concept and then you apply and you just write exam. We have here different exams, right? Can you review it?
Yeah, so one of the things that really was interesting for me was during our third SEM, we have ICE. So we had a choice-based assessment.
Yeah.
So students are even given their choices for their own assessment. So let's say if I talk about the ICE itself, So there was choice-based assessment in which students select their own mode of examination for certain weightage of marks. So I chose conceptualization. Basically, I was quite interested into content creation, and we all have seen different YouTubers make videos on certain concepts. Let's talk about let's say Gate Wala. They are making Gate videos, right? Then there are different YouTubers who make concepts based on networking, based on software development. So I was quite interested in content creation. So that's where I got an opportunity to explore my interest as well, and as well as work towards credits of a subject. And then if I talk about in PS, probability and statistics, and machine learning, we had option for open book exam. So we can prepare our own notes, we can have PPT printouts, we can so throughout the semester whatever content was covered, we can have notes of that. During the exam it is mostly practical questions that are asked. We have to just implement theory over that. So I think that sort of examination modes. Then if I talk about certain programming subjects, let's say PWP, that is programming with Python, there are longer coding planned. So students have to come in the morning. They'll probably sit there for 6 hours, 8 hours. They can do their lunch, they can have something to drink while they code in the lab itself. So they are not supposed to leave the lab. I think that also kind of builds a character in the students, where they are able to tolerate that 6 to 8 hours of shift, let's say. Yeah, so that is some different modes of examination that have that truly builds character of students. Whereas let's say given question paper and answer sheet, people usually just vomit whatever they have read up.
We also have a very unique thing in ICT. It's by learning by doing, and also in that we have a project-based learning. So, what was your project and how did you build it? Can you?
Yeah. So over my journey of diploma and degree, initially in diploma they were kind of bookish projects, I would say. It was not really exploring much from my side. I think if I had explored more in terms of those projects as well, I would have done much better. But I would suggest people do explore more. During degree, that's when I started to realize, okay, there is something called stakeholder analysis. We identify stakeholders, what are their problems in that, and that's how we include features for a particular project. So if I talk about my fifth sem project in CPMed, that is a Flutter, where we learn Flutter and we build mobile applications. So as growing up, I was visiting court. So basically my mother works there. So I used to go there, I used to see, okay, advocates carry diaries. So I was thinking, why not digitize this particular thing? Because let's say as an advocate, you might require a file that you might have left at your office. So having an online copy of that. So that's where I identified over the years that you require stakeholder analysis, what kind of problems do they face, what sort of features we can build. So yeah, that was one of the projects that I did, where I digitized entire case and client management system for advocates. And then if I talk about my current SEM project, that's my major project. I'm building online code compiler. So it's highly dependent on faculty and students. It is highly focused to catering their needs. So students usually what they do, they try to identify escape or a shortcut every time. So usually when it comes to coding, people tend to think it's difficult. So that's where they try to, rather than learning it the right way, they try to identify what sort of escapes can be there. So I'm currently building online code compiler where there are certain security measures placed in check, where even if they're practicing or giving an exam, certain AI extensions, tab switching, copy paste, that sort of functionalities do not work for them. So they have to actually develop their own logic and write the entire code.
You blocked our ways. Okay, that's a different thing. And so you made a project by observing your mother's problem and all.
Yeah, workplace
Kind of.
problems, student problems, faculty problems.
So did you done an internship?
Yeah, in during diploma 6 sem we had an option, as I mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
to go with either a project or an internship. So yeah, during my 6 sem I took an internship at Udyog 4.0. So they were basically working on Industry 4.0. Basically, they were creating digital twins of industry based machineries. So, to just give a simple example, if we are sitting in a classroom, they would digitize that classroom and identify certain, let's say, if in a classroom there is a projector. Now, how that can be operated with from metaverse. So, they would enable the projector to be operated with certain IoT devices, and they would recreate that entire scene, and basically then it will be the metaverse will be connected with the actual implementation of the projector, the IoT implementation.
Okay, okay. Great. Thank you, Abhay, for your opinion. Thank you for being wonderful audience. Thank you.